Hello, hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So I did a few things. I went around and I did some of these quests here that were just in the general area. You didn't really miss much. There was a quest where a girl was trying to give these guys medicine. It was the daughter of the merchant that kind of sent us here to begin with. And she gave us some medicine to give the Alamegans living here in Little Alamigo, but they wouldn't take it. So you had to basically get this cactuar juice, and they would drink this cactus tea. And it basically just explained that the people here, Alamigo was obviously taken over by the Garleans, and refugees live outside of Ul'dah, but the people that couldn't make it inside Ul'dah kind of founded this place, and is known as Little Alamigo, and they don't really trust people. So you're an outsider. That medic, she's an outsider. So they're kind of stubborn and stuck in their ways, and that's pretty much all we got to. So we're going to go ahead and continue with the story. We do have this quest for my feisty little chocobo. I will eventually get to that because we do want to open up our chocobo companion. I just haven't done it yet, so. Well met, adventurer. I am Giselbert, head of security here in Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing this bristly old bear, I don't doubt that he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man where I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on the lookout for Amalja to the south of here. If there's any suspicious activity, they're likely to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be more than willing to tell you what they know. Okay, so I guess we are delivering tea. But yeah, so I was actually on earlier today. I was playing on an alt of mine. I was trying to level Pugilist. There are just some classes that I'm not very familiar with, and Pugilist is definitely one of them. I've never really gotten very far with it, especially, I've never gotten it to monk level, so there's that. Who the hells are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. But I brought you some tea. Well, ain't you considerate. Thanks, my friend. What's that, a masked villain? Hiding among refugees? Like it's not. My compatriots as live here go about... That makes no sense. Me compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. It is near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Well, you're no help, and you don't speak proper. Your lines are hard to read. I forgot I can't fly. I'm just sitting there jumping like, why fly no go? Why fly no go? Gosh. You there. Are you Amalja? No? Then carry on. Well, do I look like an Amalja to you? I got fur. Ah, the sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had a drop of sweet Thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has a face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Well, okay. Alright, what about you then? One of you's gotta have information. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not. What with the mask and the robe. But assuming it was a he was talking with some Alamegans. I assume he was one of them. Oh, shit. So we are looking for traces of Asians. That's what I remember we were doing last. So we basically discovered, we already ran into La Habrea, and we know that he's an Asian. Asians have long been the bane of the Scions, because they seem to be behind a lot of the current issues going on in this world. And so now we are looking for this La Habrea. We are looking for Asians in general to figure out what their real involvement is and what they're really up to. And it seems now there might be one living among these Alamegans. Ah, so you're back. Did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigation, seems you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. Yeah, I've noticed. Okay, so what do you got for me? So you're determined to press on with your investigation, then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far with the Alamegans without the Alamegans' trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get the compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Ul'dah, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. So now it says to speak with Minfilia. So before we do that, though, my feisty chocobo, have we been to this area before? No, but we have been to the quarry mill. Okay, so I want to unlock my chocobo first, and then we are going to go talk to Minfilia. So at some point, you do unlock the ability to get your own chocobo. And I'm not talking about the type that you ride. I am talking about the kind that you can summon, and it will aid you in battle. So, that is what we are doing now. Maybe. I just gotta find my way through here. But I am probably taking very dangerous ground. But anyways, so your chocobo companion, you can essentially... I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it, which I'm very bad at explaining things. So think of your chocobo companion as an extra NPC that kind of fights alongside you, if you choose it to do so. So your chocobo, like your player character, it can take one of three roles. It can take the attacker role, the defender role, or the healer role. So attacker obviously being DPS, defender being tank, and then healer being a healer. So you have to decide what is best for you as far as your chocobo goes. Now, naturally, I tend to choose the healer aspect of a chocobo just because it's more convenient. But in this case, because I'm already playing a tank, I might want to choose an attacker. Because that might actually suit my needs better to give me a little boost of damage while I am currently defending. Since tanks have good enough damage, but they don't do all the damage. So we talked to this lady, and basically she just says, oh, you have the smell of a chocobo on you, so you must have your own steed. So she basically asks you if your bird is battle trained, and if it's not, you might want to go to Bent Branch Meadows, and talk to the guy there, because he can actually teach you to fight alongside your chocobo. Once you have that, it'll obviously ask you to go to Bent Branch, and you're gonna go there, and then you're gonna talk to one of the guys that gave us a mission before in Bent Branch. If you have done the missions in Bent Branch or Gerdania, you'll have seen him before. His name's Laquilot, I think is his name. I haven't really... Yeah, Laquilot. Or Luquilot. So you'll talk to him. You'll have to do this quest where you pick up Gieshel greens. Or Giesel greens? I've always called them Gieshel greens, but I don't know how you actually say them. So I'm sure there's some clip out there of some current Final Fantasy game that says it correctly, but I'm not gonna ever probably say it correctly. So once you have your greens, you turn it into him. He'll explain how you can summon your chocobo, which is essentially by using these greens. So now that we have these greens, we can put them on our bar, and using these greens will then summon our chocobo. Oh man. But this also does more than that, because it also unlocks the chocobo saddlebag, which is really nice. But before we do that, I'm gonna go to the vendor. Or, yeah, the merchant and mender. And we're gonna purchase some items. So, not every vendor sells these. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, some sell them, some don't. And I'm going to buy a whole bunch because we are going to be using this a lot. And then we're going to summon our chocobo. So now we have our chocobo. It is the same one that we have, like, as far as our mount. So if you've named your mount and if you've dressed it up, it'll look exactly the same. And now from here, we have the companion menu. And as you can see, there's different stances. So right now it's in the free stance, and we can tell it to go into the defender stance, the attacker stance, the healer stance. But you can only do that once they have leveled up. Once they have leveled up, you have the skill tree right here. And here's the thing. Choose one, okay? Because you really will only get enough experience to really fill one of these. And, you know, if you end up changing your mind, I don't really know what to tell you. I think there's a way to reset it, but I'm not completely sure. I've never had to do it. But I know that my first time training a chocobo, I started in the healer and then kind of went into defender and then went back to healer. And, like, once I filled up healer, I never had enough experience to ever fill up a second bar. So kind of choose ahead of time what one you are wanting, okay? And like I said, choose one that's going to complement you. So once we have this all set up, essentially what he's going to ask us to do is he wants us to dispatch a certain type of enemy with our chocobo in tow. Now, chocobos gain experience alongside you, but they only gain experience when you gain experience, essentially. So when you're killing like a bunch of low-level monsters that you're getting 0 experience for, it's not going to do you any good, as far as your chocobo. Fates are a good way for chocobos to earn experience, so it's like do fates, and that'll help you out in a way. But yeah, so these guys, like, I'll be able to get experience from them. It's just not going to be, like, a whole heck of a lot. So now, as you can see, I have my, you know, my chocobo following me. And he's attempting to attack. Not that he's going to do a lot of damage at this stage, but again, you know, this is just the beginning stages. More or less, he'll start doing more damage as we actually, like, increase his skills in the attacker tree. Alright, so we have now killed 3 stuff, and now, as you can see, he's earned enough experience to start to level up. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this, we're going to use the 1 skill point he has, and we are going to have him acquire the Choco Slash. Now we can actually choose him to be in certain stances. And when we choose that, it'll obviously change. So, when you summon your chocobo, you only get 30 minutes per green that you feed them. So obviously you want to feed them 2 greens so that you have them for the full hour. And it's just, like I said, it's a little extra. So if you're playing DPS, you can have a healer chocobo that'll, like, cast healing stuff, which will help you in fates. You know, if you're playing a healer, maybe you want a defender so that they can draw damage off of you. And when you're playing as a defender, maybe you want an attacker to just do a quick damage boost to help you out. It's all up to personal preference, you know, that's just how I see it, but you can do whatever you want. So now that we've done that, we can basically just, you know, do the quest. He's like, here you go. Now you have a chocobo saddlebag. Alright. Now we have to go talk to this lady eventually. She'll teach you other things about your chocobo. She'll essentially just give you some extra stuff that your chocobo can do. It's all about how to train your chocobo. So chocobos actually can be trained, and when they do certain training, you can increase their experience. Not only that, but you can change the color of your chocobo. But you can only do that when they are in a stable. Stables are available at FC houses, and not only are they available at FC houses, they are available at apartment complexes and other areas in the game. When you stable your chocobo, you know, like I said, you can feed them, and after a certain period of time, depending on what you feed them, that will depend on what their color will be. There are websites that can tell you exactly what you need to feed your chocobo in order to create a certain color of chocobo. Obviously, the more rare a color is, the more materials you're going to need. And the websites that show you the colors, like how to create a certain color chocobo, they do recommend a certain pattern of feeding. Once you do feed your chocobo, you do have to wait like a certain amount of hours before their color change is complete, and then you will have to withdraw them from the stables. Likewise, the stables, you cannot just use the stables as is. Oftentimes they will have to be cleaned, and there's a certain item you're going to need in order to clean the stable so that you can use it effectively. So, just when you're doing these quests, just make sure that you're paying attention to the tutorials. I'm just doing this really quickly because it's just teaching you about how to train a chocobo. Obviously, if someone's playing this on their own, it's not really story, like, it's not needed for story. It's legit just another game mechanic that you can utilize if you want to, but there's some people that don't ever utilize this. So I see people going without their chocobos all the time. Me, I use mine quite frequently on my main account, so. So now we have chocobo raising. Hi, buddy. You're such a good chocobo. But anyways, now we have my favorite part of the chocobo, the saddlebag. So every time you get these dyes and stuff, add all the saddlebag. Once you start getting like dyes and potions and all these other things, you know, stuff that's essentially just taking up space and you need to make space, the great thing about the chocobo saddlebag is you can put all this into the saddlebag. They basically just become another retainer in a way, except they can't sell items. So you'll have to be careful about that, of course. But yeah, I like to use them for dyes, furnitures, things like that. Just extra stuff that I want to keep on me just in case I want to use it. But I don't need to use it right away, so... Vesper Bay. So now we can go talk to Minfilia. Because I do want to continue with this story. Especially since we can't even do any more class stuff until we level up. Whoa, that armor's really cool. What is that? Man, that's pretty neat. That's for Lance and Reaper? Huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess he is a Dragoon, but still, that's really cool. That would not look good on me, though. Looks kind of tacky on me. Looks good on him, but looks tacky on me. But yeah. No, we have to level up, obviously, before we continue with more of our class quests and stuff, and there's all this going on, but it's okay, because we're getting further in the story, which is nice. Everything looks to be in order. The Waking Sands is always as it was. Minfilia, I need the help of the Alamegans. Welcome back, Sam. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamegan refugees have lost their faith in fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them for the past 2 decades. They've had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Oh, well, I mean, that would be really helpful. Ooh, new pants. I like new pants. Alright, who is this person? Your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. Haribert? Haribert. He joined our cause in hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no efforts towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. You keep him in the storage closet? Why? I'm kind of sad that we didn't, like, well, I guess I can't say that. I was supposed to say, I do like the Waking Sands, in a way. I mean, much as I got tired of coming here all the time, I do like the Waking Sands. Oh, there you are. Hello. Whoa, you look wild. If it isn't Samutari, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo. That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamigan resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains the very same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she's a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Well, I mean, that's good at least. Aww, there's Noraxia. Hi, Noraxia. Walking ones from Ul'dah. I have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest. Poor Noraxia. It's okay. God, I love them. I love the Sylphs. I almost said the Sylvari, but that is not the same thing. It's the wrong game. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and she said that there are plans to kind of change around, like, Final Fantasy XIV. I guess Yoshi P basically has talked about how the game's a bit bloated, and so he, wants to change things up, and he started making a joke about a realm reborn. And I don't really know how I feel about that, honestly, because, the idea is just, the idea is scary for a couple of reasons. One, it's scary because they've already made changes to A Realm Reborn since I started playing. One of the things that they've changed since I started playing is there were Mare Lamentorum and, what's the other one? Praetorium. Those were 2 dungeons, and they changed them completely. And I do not like the way they changed them. They essentially, watered them down to make them more palatable to people, palpable. So they shortened the experience. However, in shortening the experience, they also messed with the story. It doesn't hold the same weight as before. Certain characters don't get the same screen time as they did, and certain parts of the missions that actually made you feel more involved, those are now missing. And so I don't like the current experience of those dungeons. I don't like the way that they split them up. Some people like the changes, I don't like the changes. And so it just kind of scares me about what they'll do in the future, because I don't know if I'll like it. You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. 'Cause Harrybert sent me? Harrybert sent you? Ugh, that worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman. Oh, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I realize Harrybert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke here? That's Mefrid, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Damn. You broke Albreda's heart? Harrybert? How dare you? I feel for her. Sheesh. Is this a better weapon than what I had before? No. So I just opened that for nothing. Killing him softly with his words. I love the references to, songs and stuff. Alright, Mefrid. Mefrid, I need your help. At least your name's easier to say. I am Mefrid, a proud man of the Alamigan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Well, I want to help. Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Gods damn it. I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. Okay. I mean, you could just ask me to maybe help the dying man. I mean, I could get, like, herbs or kill some monsters or, you know, something like that. One of Meffred's is in bad shape, you say. I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly, I do. They're my countrymen, after all, but that means going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take this matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Okay. Man, I'm just going to everybody. Hey, there's a dying man. Can you help? You wish to aid the Alamegans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been, since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. So then what? That's how it's to be, then. The bloody hearer might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. Well, I mean, the elementals are more powerful than these people. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Okay. I mean, I could kill some deer. Should have just asked that to begin with. You know? Probably would have been easier. God, I hate the map here. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Oh yeah, this monster. I've seen this. The Monarch Ogrefly. It's pretty neat looking. It reminds me of a Yanma from Pokemon. My sister actually came over and played Pokemon the other day, and it's so cute. Like, I love watching my sister play Pokemon because she always looks over to me like, am I doing it right? I'm like, don't ask me. Like, you can figure it out. You're a whole adult. But she's still like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? This is my 20%. This is my 10%. But this is nearby enemies. So this one needs to go first. This one, no. And then this needs to go here. Maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me. Someone explained it to me one time when it comes to large pulls, and I still don't necessarily get it. Probably this one should go first. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it eventually, just not right now. But yeah, I know that one of the things my friend was talking about was that Yoshi P said something about bloated skills and, like, aiding that. The thing is like, I really hate it when they go messing with all these skills. Because I remember, I main Dragoon, and when they started taking away certain skills and combining them with other skills, like, for a minute, until I got used to it, it threw me off, and I wasn't really a fan, so. Alright, got your horns. You're back. Tell me you got 4 horns with you. I do. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Ralger, there's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's likely to have the tools to make medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him to have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Pheromund here. Godspeed. Okay. So now I have to go to the guy that owns the bar, which he's D's away. But no, the elementals in Final Fantasy, they are extremely powerful, and they do have the power to banish an entire people. Like, literally, if you just sneeze wrong, the elementals could literally blow down your village and you would have no say-so. So it's like, they are not the type to mess with, you know? So I understand that he's mad because he's not getting help for his people, but at the same time, I also understand why they're not helping the Alamegans by blatantly taking from the elementals when they know they're not supposed to. Ah, Sam, ever a sight for sore eyes? How fares the adventuring? Rolling in the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt? Huh? You got something to show me? Yeah, I got horns I need you to ground down. Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill? Huh. So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Well, that works out. Off back to Quarry Mill. I've been meaning to get back to this game. The only problem is I kind of got a little caught up with playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and it seems to be one of the more popular, you know, one of the more popular of the videos that I make, like, series, I guess, that I do. So people really like watching me play old Monster Hunter. So, I mean, it's good. It works for both of us, I guess. But I have been meaning to get back to this, because I do want to make more progress. I don't want to hold off until they do finally change the game, and then I have to relearn everything again. It is well to see you returned. Have you had the medicine for our brother? Yeah, actually. God bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Galleon receives this treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It's been a terrible burden on him trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. I guess I can't use those. Okay. Adventure, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking Albreda. Might be as the woman's seen something. Okay. Albreda. Ah, finally, it's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarry Mill some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me, just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blast it. Would that I have known what he was thinking, I would have stopped this folly myself. The love Galleon bears for his brothers is so strong. He is willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Hey, he's ran off into the woods to be crazy. Out in the wilds alone? That fool. The great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the woods for Galleon. Help us find him before something terrible happens. Okay. Off I go. It's really funny to me because there's so much I don't remember about, like, the early game, and I do not remember this part at all about having to find him. Dude, you didn't even make it that far. Watch out, a goblin. Oh, it is a goblin. It's okay. I got this. He'll probably throw a bomb at me. Yep. Firecracker shower. Okay. You fool. You stupid fool. Galleon. Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, goddammit. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again, together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good, let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing, you'll wish we didn't find you. Aww. Equine. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I'll see you back at Quarry Mill. Yeah, and give him that medicine so he stops doing crazy things. Listen, I just want to be able to talk to the other captain guy, okay? So now that I found your man, now that I've gotten your medicine, just send word to Albert whatever. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Well, okay. Now will you help me? Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Alamigo, that's all? Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I will provide you with a letter to show to Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I have no doubt that he'll do all in his power to aid you. Okay, so now that we have that, now we can go to Little Alamigo, right? Alright. Now we get to go talk to Gundobald, who told me to bugger off. Why have you returned? You're not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. Well, I have a letter from, Meffred. You spoke with Meffred. It's been so long since I last heard from him I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Meffred sees you as a friend, and any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. About time. Ooh, mount speed in the South Shroud has increased. Nice! An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near Little Alamigo as of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they are not likely to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. Or maybe they won't. A masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Okay. Gundobald sent you? Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and... oh, you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Well, I mean, I should have said less. Now where are these other young bloods that I need to thrash? Down here? So many tunnels. Yeah, down here. Sifrid. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Huh, let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. You're up to something. Talabot. There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious, like... But I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble. Mark me words. Well, I mean, yeah. But that Sifrid's up to something. The minute you say, I'll tell my friends, yeah, no, I'm very familiar with spinning somebody, so, yeah, nah, that's a lie. That's a lie right there. Alright, so you've indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside of them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Naught would do but to depose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are likely to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Okay. Hey, adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? I've got a message for you from Wilfred. Or Wilrid. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundobald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Yeah, 'cause that doesn't sound suspicious. Totally safe, I wager. Right? What could go wrong? I need better gear, but I need the guild to get the better gear. The only problem with leveling up so high is that you kind of become over-leveled at a certain point. I remember when I was playing originally through ARR the first time, I wasn't so over-leveled because there was no way to be over-leveled. There wasn't these extra experience earrings or anything, so had to do things the old-fashioned way. I also played when belts were a thing, and I'm so glad they got rid of belts. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something, in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Coeurl got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get her! Oh. Is this all you got? Or need more than that? I don't deal well with bullies. Well, what do you think of that? I won't let you foil our plan. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're gonna obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. Yeah, because that sounds not suspicious at all. Because what power has been going around lately is the ability to summon primals. So hopefully that's not what you're thinking of doing. Or something along those lines. Because I'll tell you what, they'll kill you if you get tempered. Attacked by Wilrid and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Well, yeah. Cannot equip gear to head. What do I currently have on? Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. No, no. Corpse Brigade, blah blah blah. Oh, yeah, he wants me to go into their hideout. I'll do that later, though. I'm more interested in this. Wilrid mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundobald, Bertliana, God's preserved. What happened? She looks fine to me. I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they... The whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Alamegans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong, I swear to you. Those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilrid, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertliana. In the meantime, I need you to go out and find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. Well, yeah, considering they're just willing to attack people, they're probably gonna go and get themselves killed. I mean, I'll ask, but, I mean... Oh. What is this? A map of Zanrak. That's the, Amalja... Yeah, that's the Amalja camp. Is Zanrak. So, what? They're planning on storming Zanrak? Because that wouldn't be good. We've already fought Ifrit, so... A hunting knife. Ryle Blast. What those animals did to Bertliana is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilrid to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Oh. So they're planning on storming Zanrak for what, exactly? To use whatever quote-unquote new power they have? If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabolt's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seven hells did I put that bloody map? Oh, you mean the one of Zanrak that I have in my pocket? Hey, Wilrid, you jerk. Oh, that's the altar of Rhalgr. Almighty Rhalgr, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Huh, here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan's already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes. No one will dare to oppress us ever again. Sounds like maybe he plans on summoning Rhalgr. But I don't know if this'll work in his favor. Sounds sus to me. Alright, Gundabald, do something about these youngins. Gone? The whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? Well, here's a knife and here's a map. Was this a hunting knife and a map of Zanrak? Wait, you said Wilrid spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amalja are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They're headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Well, I mean... I guess. They'll learn a lesson one way or another, that's for sure. But we might as well save them. So we're gonna go this way. Look at those Amalja. The big boys. We're to go around this way. Whatcha? Ooh, story time. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Wilrid, do no other survive. This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our homeland. We... Pull yourself together, lad. We were just going to make an offering of crystals to Rhalgr to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizard man's cash, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youth folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamegan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Time to do the deed. It's alright, I got this. Forgive us, we only wanted... Shut up, Wilrid. The excuses will keep. Nope, no thunder. No thunder for you. The whelps must pay for their crimes. Whoa! I will not let you harm them. Adventurer, stay close to Wilrid. But I don't even like Wilrid. Come ye blessed of our Lord's breath. Oh, tempered. Conscripts. We almost have them. Yeah, I know, we just have this one conscript left. Ta-da! We did it! Your skills at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a woman like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Oh wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. You're stupid. Have you learned nothing, Wilrid? Do you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rhalgr. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of the sorry tale back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Sam will wish to hear it as well. Yeah, no kidding. I want to know of this masked man. It's probably Laha Brea. And he had to have known that, you know, obviously these guys were gonna fail. Like, ain't no way he saw them actually succeeding. Alright, let me hear it. No more lies, Wilrid. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rhalgr, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There's no solution. Nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilrid. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I won't. I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. But yeah, I'd say so. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you'll always be welcome here. Well, I'd hope so. Okay, now what? Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wilrid told you is the extent of our knowledge of this masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Yeah, no kidding. Let me guess, talk to Minfilia. Yep, alright, back to Vesper Bay we go. I'm so glad I have these tickets. Otherwise, oh, it'd be a pain. All right. Heading back, heading back. Because we got news. So now we know that it's the Asians spreading word of how to summon a primal. He's teaching people to do it. And that's no good. Welcome back, Sam. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill in Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Yeah, he's telling kids how to summon primals. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say, precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills and ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing. Ahem. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. I love Tataru. Alright, what's next? While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Naraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Sam. Okay, so Naraxia is in the storage area. We know that because we already talked to them. Naraxia! Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrad had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrad. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in North Shroud. Okay. I mean, good enough for me. Also, let's see. Black Shroud, Fallgourd Float. I'm not attuned there yet. But I can get there from Bench... Well, I can get there from New Gridania. Oh yeah, because North Shroud, duh. Where does this take me? Limsa Laminsa? Yeah, and then I'll use the airship to go to Gridania. And then from there, I can go to North Shroud. We go the cheapest route when we can. I don't want to waste all my tickets. Alright, airship ticket here. Take me to Gridania. Yep. Thank you much. Man, Gridania must be full today. It's taking a minute to load. Alright. Nothing going on here. And now we have to head to the North Shroud. So we're gonna hit up our Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, look at that! It's so cute! Oh, I love it! Alright. Let's see. North Shroud. I've never been to the North Shroud before? Huh. Weird. I mean, I guess I didn't start in Gridania, so I mean, it makes sense. That means I'll have to come back and do these quests later. Why am I walking when I have this? Yeah, I'll have to come back and do all these quests another time. But for now, I need to go to Fallgird Float, which I know is across the bridge. That's where all the higher leveled stuff is. And I eventually need to get better armor and stuff, so I should have stayed in Limsa to purchase that stuff, but we'll have a chance eventually. Just not right now. Look at that Bane Mite. It's huge. Alright, and we are here in Fallgird Float. Fallgord Float. It's hard to say. I'm gonna tune to this Aetheryte real quick. And then we're probably gonna call it here, because I don't want to get involved in something again and then it take even more time. I try to keep these videos pretty within a similar time limit. So that's all I have for this one. Anyways, leave a like if you like this series and if you want to see more. If you want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV, maybe what you think they're going to end up doing with the game or something like that, you can go ahead and leave that in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to talk about it. Or if you just want to talk about maybe your experiences up to this point, if there are spoilers, please leave a spoiler tag. That's all I ask for people that maybe have never seen this game before. I want to remind everybody that memberships are available on my channel, and if you do sign up for a membership, then you are able to play with me in various games, whether it be Final Fantasy XIV or Monster Hunter or something else like Borderlands, and you get shoutouts. So thank you to my friend Leaky Comet. He has been a subscriber for a few months now, and I really appreciate his support. He's a great guy and a great streamer, so definitely if you ever see him commenting, reach out, say hello, and maybe watch his stuff as well. Thank you guys so much for your continued support on my videos, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, ciao you guys!